Hi, this is Joseph with Richmond Grappling Club. So for our video, we're going to first talk about Dr. Jigoro Kano. Now, Dr. Jigoro Kano was the founder of Judo, and he lists as Judo's ultimate goal as being the harmonious development and eventual perfection of the human character. Now, if this is his goal, it is clear that he intends his art to be more than just throwing maneuvers or choking techniques, for instance. He intends for this art to be a really developmental system for his students. And an example of this is found in a biography done by him called The Way of Judo. And in this book, it says that a living student had to rise at 4:40 a.m. and immaculately clean his room, the buildings, and the grounds. The day was strictly divided into periods of book study, philosophy, political science, economics and psychology, calligraphy, and painting practice, and judo training in the evenings from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Also in this book, it says that, in addition, Kano tutored the academy students on handling money, dressing appropriately, and proper behavior in public. So with this system that he was devising, he wanted the students to be able to survive and be successful in the world outside of the mats. And this is important because this system set the roots of judo, and all of this practice was done at the Kodokan. It took root globally and spread all over the world from these beginnings, from him investing the time to make sure his students had success in more avenues than just throwing and choking people. Now with this, our way of teaching in the modern world, teaching martial arts, is almost strictly the combative element. We focus on the actual physical confrontations that happen, and it's no outside. We're not talking about government, for instance, or having like a painting session afterwards to develop skills that might lead somewhere in life outside of the mats. So things have changed considerably. Things have changed considerably from my perspective, at least. If you are familiar with your school going into developing life skills as well as its combative tutelage, then please be sure to let me know in the comment section. And I think that would be awesome. With these schools, how it's kind of done in the modern day, we're doing our combative things, but with these we might not ever be in a situation where we will use these techniques we are devising outside of the mat. And hopefully we will not actually. We don't want to have these encounters. We're devising methods, meaning that everything else has failed. We couldn't defuse the situation, and this is a last resort, of course. So, with us developing these techniques, we need to know, and not being able to use them, we need to know how these things, these skills we are working on, transfer to the real world. And I would like to begin that with a quote by Hidon Gracie, who is an incredible instructor and a very much so accomplished martial artist. He says that once you learn to remain calm under the stressful circumstances of a fight, you will have no trouble remaining calm under the stressful circumstances of life. From this quote, we can assume that because of the training we go through, we could be a very confident person because we can handle these worst case scenario events. We're trained to handle them. So when we're walking through our life, we can do so with a good deal of confidence. Another thing we might get from our martial arts training and the combative element of it is that we will probably become more socialized, as we will have a great deal of experience working in a team setting. And as martial arts can be a lifelong endeavor, we'll be developing this skill throughout our time, and that could be as long as we are alive. So with this skill of working in a team, we know how to function with others and get along with them. Now the last one is that we are self-aware because we are pushing our boundaries in the training room. And we know our limits because we're constantly going with others in our physical context, and we kind of have our wins and we definitely have our losses too. But it's good to know that we are aware of where our limits lie. I would say that these three things are at least clear to me that we can get from our combative training in martial arts. And these three things are applicable to real life circumstances. Undoubtedly, there are more than these, and I'm sure you can all think of several as well. But in any given system, there are going to be gaps. Even in Dr. Jigoro Kano's system that he employed, there were some students who fell through the cracks and who did not experience the success he had envisioned for them. No system is perfect, but that doesn't mean that we can't strive to be better and employ different methods to try to make our students more successful in the different avenues they pursue. Even if these avenues are apart from martial arts, I would hope to still stay in connection with them and help if I'm able to. But these have been my thoughts on this topic, but I very much so look forward to hearing your own, especially your experience in having learned martial arts and the different methods your teachers employed. But thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe. Take care.